Talking to Vivi Saliba about some of the key hands played at a WPTDS stack event in their 200K event 1 over on AAA Poker. So some ICM and laddering of the money considerations going on here.
Hi Tony, how are you?
Hey Vivi, how's it going?
Cool. I have some hands here of the opening event final table that I would like you to comment.
Okay, let's have a look at them.
So we have kings, queens, and jacks getting involved here. Let's see if there was anything different that queens or jacks could have done.
So the tricky part about this hand is we see this player who's folded between the kings and the queens that only has 2 big blinds, and there's a $2,000 pay jump between 7th and 6th. So it depends on how much a priority the player with jacks wants to make laddering up as opposed to playing for first.
So there is a raise from kings and a 3-bet from queens to 8 big blinds.
The kings has the no-brainer. The real decision will be on the queens after the kings puts their money in. I mean, queens will be risking most of their stack here. After a cold 4-bet jam and a 5-bet jam over that, I just feel like you're running into an overpair or ace-king so much of the time.
I don't think it's slammed dunk call.
Yeah, wow. I feel like the queens should probably get away there.
Queens is not called.
Yeah, just...
Well, kings won everything and life was easy. Nowadays, after studying a little of ICM situations, I would fold queens,
right.
But for many years, I would always go all in. Now they're down to 4 players. I would like you to tell me what would you do here with 10s pre-flop?
27, 28 blinds deep. Ace-king open cutoff and 10s was in the big blind and decided to just shove it in here, which I actually like. There's no really short stack that you're immediately trying to ladder. I don't think the 10s want to do much else. Like, you don't want to 3-bet and then call off your stack. You could consider flatting, but of all the pairs that have a lot of strength pre-flop, 10s are the most awkward to play post-flop because it's so common that an overcard comes and we can't get the money in confidently. So I do think I like the way that 10s played their hand here.
Which pair would you jam here pre-flop?
I'm jamming 9s, jamming 10s. I'm not going to jam ace-queen suited because that's a hand that benefits from going to the flop and keeping worse hands in. I think it's the pairs that want to generate folds more often. However, pairs also underperform in ICM a lot just because when you get called by these overcards and take these coin flips, you're basically just giving money to the other 2 players who aren't involved in the hand. Without being able to see ace-king suited stack, if we're the one putting ace-king suited to the decision, it might be something where a fair bit of the pairs actually get in there because we have so much fold equity.
We're down to 2 players. They're playing heads up. Again, I don't have the pre-flop action here, but Would you start betting half pot with aces? Would you try to go for a check raise?
If I had to guess the pre-flop action, the button limped and the big blind raised, which is how we ended up with about 6 blinds in there because it'd go limp, 3x call. And so aces has the lead in this hand. I think that king 6 should probably call the flop. I don't really see how they benefit from raising, and they have the diamond and the overcard to protect them a little bit here. So he calls. Yeah. The question now is, how do you approach the turn? Because there's some merit to checking, especially blocking the heart flush draw and the 6 really favoring your opponent's range. However, since the stack to pot ratio is so short, it's not like you're ever getting away from your hand. And there's also some value in making sure that you stack a jack or making sure that you charge flush draws to the diamonds. So I'm curious to see what aces does here.
Check.
Yeah, I like the check. Okay, cool. It's just like check and pray. Yeah.
Check.
Interesting. Pretty reasonable spot for king 6 to be trapping here. They have a huge hand and they have protection to the diamonds with the king. And it's not unreasonable to try and let your opponent catch up on the river and make something that can put the money in. So I think mixing value bets and checks on the turn in the shoes of the king 6 is a nice way to play their hand. Aces checks once more. I like that. There's just a lot that is missed for king 6, and kind of seems like if they had a good jack, they would probably bet the turn. So by checking with the aces, you do add some equity by inducing bluffs, and you also block the hearts. So you're really not too worried about the hearts coming in. So I think the real value to be gained here is by getting something like, 4-5 or diamond combinations to bluff into your aces. So I think this is a really well played hand by the aces.
I agree.
Now we cry and call, and good hand, and what can you do? That's tournament poker.
So Tony, I'm gonna play many of the WPT Deep Stacks tournaments. I'm excited for the 1 million guaranteed main event.
Maybe you'll get your name on the trophy back there.
Wow, that would be lovely. I wish you good luck and hope to meet you soon in one of the WPT events.
Of course, we look forward to seeing you there, and good luck until then.
Thank you.
Take care.